Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary if you're new here, and today's video is going to be a review and 7 demos on the e.l.f. x JKissa To The Rescue palette. So this palette, I have mine right here. It comes with a sticker sheet, which is kind of fun, so I just put the stickers around. And if you don't know, this was a fundraiser for, I'm not sure what the kennel is called, but it's a pit bull rescue in Los Angeles. Pit bulls are very important to me. I have a little pity mix myself. But the palette on the inside looks like this. So it has a row of bright colors, a row of darker colors, and then the shimmers. And I like the way that this rainbow palette is laid out. I enjoy that you can work horizontally to form a rainbow look like the one that I'm wearing right now, or you can work diagonally within, not diagonally, vertically within a color, or I guess you could do diagonally if you wanted. I will say some of the mattes aren't as different as others. The reds and the oranges, I don't notice as big of a difference as I do with the rest of the color story, which is fine. It's just something that I noticed. And the shimmer formula isn't my favorite. I like Reagan and Firefly probably the best, and Bailey is really, really pretty, but you have to layer it on top of something. And then I just found Confetti and Suki hard to work with, and Strawberry is really, really chunky. So you'll see as I'm doing the looks, when I use certain shimmers, they don't really work as well as others. I will say for the shimmers, they work best when you apply them onto a base that's already colored, because they don't have a lot of back pigment, which is fine. It's just something that I've noticed. I will say if you already have a rainbow palette, you don't need this one. It's not anything spectacular or fantastic. For the price, I think this was $18 or $20. It might have been more than that. It might have been like $25. I want to say it was between $18 and $20 though. But I think it's a great deal for the price and it performs really well. And I don't have a rainbow palette. So for me, it made sense to get this one. And I got this one because I like the layout of it. And it didn't feel too repetitive. And I wanted to help the pitties. A cause that speaks to my heart. But anyways, that's what I will say about that. It's e.l.f. It's not Natasha Denona or Pat McGrath, but it's really good quality for the money. Very sturdy packaging, and it's cute. If you want to see how these shadows perform and 7 different looks that you can achieve with them, then just keep watching. Oh, forgot to mention, I will have time codes down below for each of the looks. I hope you enjoy the video. And I will see you at the end, which I'm going to film right now, but you won't see until later. Okay. So I just started with this lid primed with concealer. I'm going to go ahead and use my e.l.f. JKissa palette, obviously. I'm going to start with the shade Pepper right here, all over the lids. I haven't done my base makeup yet because this is my first time using this palette, and so I didn't know how fallouty it was going to be. And it's not too bad, but there definitely is some fallout on this side. This isn't the most pigmented red, which doesn't really surprise me, but it layers up nicely. Got that color built up quite a bit. I'm going to use just a fluffy blending brush. This is just an Urban Decay brush, and I'm going to take the shade Casey, which is the slightly more coral red right above that. And that's going to go in my crease to blend out the edges of where this red is down. Okay, next I think I'm going to take on my finger the color Tsuki, which is this like orange glitter formula. I'm not gonna lie, looking at these pans, I thought these were pressed glitters, but they're not at all. But I'm gonna take that on my finger on the inner half of the lids in the inner corner. And if you can see, it's a very sheer glitter. It's like a topper more than it is like a full color. My plan originally was to sort of put this all over the lid, but it's not super pigmented, so I don't think that's gonna work. So instead, I just did it on the first half of the lid like that. And then to deepen up the outer corner, I did go in with the purples, but first I'm gonna take the shade Sadie, which is this like bright lighter purple, and I'm gonna take that along my upper lash line. Just to define it and to just bring purple into the look, because I did end up going in with a lot of purple on the other side. And then I'm going to take the shade Pretty Girl, which is this slightly darker purple below that, and I'm going to put that in my outer corner. And then I'm going to go back in with that Casey shade, the corally red that we used to blend before, and I'm going to blend that all out together. And then I am going to just tap Confetti, which is the purple glittery shade, all over the outer half of the lid. Not glitter, shimmer. This is a different formula. This is much softer feeling and like easier to pick up than the other one was. So that's going to go all over the outer part of the eye, into the center. And then I'm going to take more of Tsuki, that orange one, and that's going to tap back over that. Just to like, do you see how it like blends those shimmers together? That's the look that I'm going for. Okay, I think I'm going to do my base off camera, because since I'm doing 7 looks, this is going to be a long video anyways. Hey, hello, I'm back. I threw my hair up in some buns. I forgot that I said I was going to come back on to do my lower lash line, but I literally just ran Casey, the crease shade, along the whole thing, and then I put Tsuki in the inner part of it. Threw on some mascara. If you want to know any of the face products I used, all of it is just my Shop My Stash stuff, so I'll have that video up in the card. This is this look all finished. Anyways, that's what I got going on, so I'll check in with you guys later. Okay, hello, I'm back. I threw my hair up in some buns. I forgot that I said I was going to come back on to do my lower lash line, but I literally just ran Casey, the crease shade, along the whole thing, and then I put Tsuki in the inner part of it. Threw on some mascara. If you want to know any of the face products I used, all of it is just my Shop My Stash stuff, so I'll have that video up in the card. And then I did end up going in with more bronzer. I used my Laguna bronzer and my Dior blush, because I was in the mood for a glowy blush today. But this is this look all finished. Should I put... I don't know. Anyways, I think I'm going to take some pictures of this look so I can have them for my thumbnail. And then I'll come back to do another look at some point. I honestly might film another one today. I have to go to the bookstore and return the book that I rented last semester. Today's my last day to do it, or they'll charge me to buy the book, which I don't want to do. So I need to do that. Oh, my lip combo. I actually used Blood Milk from Kat Von D to line my lips. And then this Revlon Color Burst, that's where CoverGirl, confusing, in the shade Standout. Fun fact, I bought this when I went to prom in 2014, so 6 years old. Anyways, and the mascara is just Too Faced Damn Girl. What else? Foundation, these two mixed. This is Makeup Forever Reboot in Y225. Yes. And this is my Dermablend Flawless Creator Drops in 10N. Mix those. For this, I use that NARS concealer, and then I use my NYX concealer in a darker shade to contour. Anyways, that's what I got going on, so I'll check in with you guys later. Play with the greens and blues a bit, so I've done that with some purple as well. Oh boy. Okay, that's fine. We're gonna do concealer on the lids. I'm gonna do it in a different order than I did on the other eye, in the hopes that this eye looks more like what I've tried to turn the other eye into by going around and around in circles. So that being said, I'm going to start by taking Cannoli, which is this bright blue shade, and I'm going to put that in my inner crease, and I'm going to run that through my crease virtually until it gets to the centers, but all the way from my like innermost part of the crease. And then I'm going to take the shade Peaky, which is the lightest green right here. And I'm going to do that on the outer half of the crease. And on the outer corner of the eye as well. I'm using the same brush that had the blue on it, by the way, because I want that blue to sort of blend in with that green. I'm going to take the two like deeper shades moving up. So Thatcher and Tank, which is the deeper blue and the deeper green, and I'm just going to mix a bit of those and place that in my outer and inner corners. So tapping that along here and along here. And then once I've decided that that is sort of at a level that I like, I'm gonna go ahead and try to brush off all the excess of that using the same brush and going back in with the light blue shade and blending through the crease and then the green and doing the same. So a lot of blending work. And then I'm gonna take Confetti, which is the purple shimmer right here, and put that all over the lids. Okay, so I'm just gonna take that on a wet brush on the centers of the lids. And I am gonna just add a bit of it to the inner part of the lid in the inner corner. I'm gonna go ahead and do my face makeup off camera again, and then I'll come back. Hopefully this time I remember to come back and do the lower lash line with you guys and a lip and stuff like that. I'm back. I did my face makeup, and then now I'm gonna just go ahead and do my lower lash line. I think I'm gonna do something really simple, so maybe you'll be like, why did you even show this? But I think I'm just gonna run the cannoli shade, the blue, and then I might do a little bit of so cannoli is this blue, and then I think I might do, what's that called? Bailey in the inner part of the lower lash line, just to add a little bit more sparkle and try out some more of the shades. So we're gonna do that. I'm just gonna take cannoli on that, just right underneath the lower lash line. I typically do just like 1 or 2 shades under my lower lash line, and then I'm just connecting it up there with the shadows in the outer corner here, just so that there's not a break, if that makes sense. But just like that, and then I guess on my finger I'm going to take Bailey. It's this, it's kind of a sheer shimmer. It's not what I was expecting, but oh, it's almost got like a purple reflect, or is it just reflecting? I don't know. That's interesting. But I'm just going to tap that in inner lower lash line. That is very pretty. I'm quite happy with the way that looks. And then, do I want to do, I might do a little bit more of Confetti just in the inner corner. I don't know if that was a mistake or not. It's not really bright enough to be an inner corner highlight, but I think it'll just round out the look a little bit better. So that's the finished eye. Oh, I gotta put on mascara. Let me do that. This is the final look. Stay tuned for 5 more looks. I'm excited for today's look. As you can see, we're going for a full-on rainbow moment. I also did a rainbow on the lower lash line. So basically, I'm going to explain this before I do it, but I'll also show you what I do. But what we're going to do is use the top row of mattes in rainbow order from this side to this side in lines across the lid. And then I started the highlight in the inner corner with the yellow glitter, and then I thought it could be fun to do all the shimmer shades. So going yellow, green, blue, purple, red, orange in that order. So that's what we're gonna do. Shall I zoom you in or should I leave you out? Let's see. I'm gonna zoom you in a bit, just to there. As you can see, I've done my brows, sort of. They look kind of shitty, but It's just a bad brow day for me. I'm gonna prime my lid with concealer. And I did already do my lower lash line on this side because I just got excited. But after I do my base, I might need to touch it up. Or I might do a no foundation day today. My skin is feeling like it looks pretty good. To start, I'm just using a flat liner brush. This is my Sunny Kashuk one. And I'm just taking Casey, which is that first red, and applying that to my upper lash line. Next, on an angled liner brush, I'm taking, on this flat brush, I'm going to take the orange shade. You can see it's already on there. I used different brushes for all of these because I'm not really blending them together. I'm just tapping the colors over each other, so it's actually like a rainbow look, if that makes sense. I don't want them to blend out and be muddy. But I'm going to take Millie, the orange one on the top row. And then I'm going to take this angled brush that I showed you earlier and use Yosemite, which is a yellow. At this point, I am going to go back with the red. Next is green, another similar, just flat, dense brush. And then blue, so I'm going to use cannoli. You see that that's a little patchy? I think I'm going to go in and do the purple, and then I'm going to go back and blend everything a little bit better. So I'm going to use Sadie, just that top purple shade. And now I'm going to go back down the line and just reinstate each of these to make them a little bit more clear. And so at the end, it'll look like that. And now I am going to go ahead and do Firefly, which is just this yellow shimmer, and I'm going to go this way and wrap around for the shimmers on the lower lash line. And I'm just going to apply all of them with my finger. You could use a brush if you wanted to. Suki is the same. That orange one is the same formula as the blue one, so it's hard to get a lot of pigment. So that's the shimmer rainbow I've got on the bottom. I think my skin looks mostly fine, so I might not do any foundation today. I might just do some spot concealing. I'll be right back. Okay, hey, I'm back. I finished off my face. I did decide against wearing foundation, but this is the final look. I'll zoom in so you can see the eyes. The mascara all done. I think this is really fun. This is the look I would have worn to Pride if it wasn't canceled. But anyways, this is this look done. Today, I've already done my base before I did the eyeshadow because I wanted to see, I just wanted to test if the fallout was able to be dusted away really easily, and it was. This is the eye look we're doing today. I'm not super happy with it. This is the hardest time I've had with these eyeshadows so far. I already have some concealer down on this eye, just to prime with, and then I'm just going to start with my finger and Yosemite that yellow, put it right in the inner corner of my eye. going to take on just a flat shader brush, Peaky, which is the green shade, the crease, and just slightly above the crease. And then I'm going to take Cannoli, which is that true blue, blend that in with that shade. See how high this goes up? I need this to go up just as high to match, because I did do a cut crease today. Not my best work. Cut creases aren't really my thing. Okay, and then I am going to go ahead and do Tank and Thatcher and put them in the outer corner. But I'm going to take those and just plop that in the outer corner of the eye. Then blend more of that brighter blue in there. And I'm going to go back in with some more of that green. But there's not a ton of fallout, if you can see. So far, there's none, really. I'm going to blend the edges of this just with a fluffier brush. And then I use it just like this to blend out the edges of eye looks. I am going to go back in with the yellows. I ended up adding some of Paloma, which is this mustard shade, with Yosemite. What I'm going to do is cut my crease. I'm just using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer for this. Now I'm just going to go in with my finger and pack on Firefly, which is the pale yellow gold shade. It looks beautiful on the finger, but it is so sheer when applied. And then in the center, I'm going to blend that into the green one, which is called Reagan. This shimmer is beautiful. It has a lot of fallout, but it actually works, which is, you know, ideal. On the outer edge, I'm going to add Bailey, which is the blue one. I don't know how I feel about these shimmers for cut creases. I will say, though, they blend really well on top of the other shadows in here. I found that out during the first time I used this palette. So maybe if that's just if you just do that, that'll work better for you. I don't know, but I would not at this point. Yeah, at this point, I would not recommend doing like a lid like this, unfortunately. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clean up. Yeah, I'll clean up underneath here. And then I'm going to just go ahead and do my wing. And I'm back. I did the lip. I just did a nude, and then I went ahead and did mascara. Anyways, this is the final look. I didn't do anything to the lower lash line because I figured this is enough, for me at least, for today. I'm just driving today. I'm going to go. Goodbye. For today's video, for today's look, I'm just going to do this. It's just like a warm toned, this for me is like an everyday type of look. So I have a hair in my eye. Okay. I did go ahead and prime with concealer on this side. I just used my NARS like I have been. And I'm going to start by going in with the red shade Casey right here, just in the crease on this fluffy all over lid brush from It. And next I'm going to mix Millie and Zuma. They're these two orange shades right on top of each other. And I'm mixing those together because the light one, I don't know, I just wanted a little more depth than the light one was going to give me. So then we're running that through the crease as well. Okay. And then I'm going to go over on a different brush. This is just a shader, another blendy shader brush. And I'm going to mix a little bit of Paloma, the more mustard shade, just like a tap of that with some of this Yosemite, the brighter yellow. Tap off excess. That Yosemite shade is very kick-uppy. I haven't used it that much more than, or more at all, but you can see that there's a bigger, can you see? I don't know if you can tell. There's like a bigger dent in that pan for some reason. But we'll just go around the edges. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do, to deepen the outer corner, the darkest shade in here is a green, but when green and red, they counteract each other. So I'm actually gonna go in with Pretty Girl, that darker purple shade, and just like tap that on this brush, which is just like a flat, dense packing brush. And I'm just gonna press that into my outer corner, like that. And then I'm gonna blend over that with the darker shades of the colors that I just used. So Pepper, Zuma, and Paloma. And now I just am going to go ahead and put concealer on my lids. I'm just going to take the shade Strawberry, which is this shimmery red, and I'm going to tap that all over the lid. And I'm going to take Firefly, the shimmery yellow, and that is going to go in my inner corner, and then I'm going to blend it into my crease. To match now, so I'm just going to go through the crease and like high up in the cut crease with that. And then I'm going to go over with some of the oranges and some of that original red shade and blend. Okay, so that's going to be the eyes all done. I'm going to go do the rest of my makeup and then my hair probably. Okay, hi, I'm back. This is the finished look. I didn't end up adding anything else to the eyes. I just added mascara. Obviously I did my face makeup. But yeah, this is just a very easy, wearable, warm attempt at a cut crease, I guess. Okay, but yeah, I'm going to go make myself some lunch, and then I have to take my dogs to bed. Okay, look number 6. So for this one, I'm going to start, we're just hopping right in. I'm going to start with the shade Peaky, that green in the crease. I feel like I've been doing a lot of green and blue looks with this palette, but that's only because I was worried I would do too many red and orange looks, which is like a normal day for me. So I haven't edited any of this yet. I'm gonna have to edit pretty much all of it today so that I can get up on time, but we'll see after I edit how many looks I did that are the same. None of them are the exact same, but I mean, like, I did 7 looks in the hopes that I would have a good variety, but I'm worried 7 was too much to commit to. Just making sure I'm green. And then I'm gonna go in with Tank, which is that darker green right underneath. Okay, and then I'm gonna take Thatcher, that dark teal, just on the other end. This is just one of those double-ended Urban Decay brushes that come in the Naked palettes. So I'm just going to use that on the outer corner here. Thatcher and Tank are 2 of my favorite shades in this palette. They're just like deep, murky, tealy beautifulness. I'm going back in with the dark green Tank to blend Thatcher a little bit. And then I'm going back in with Peaky to blend all of that just a bit more. And then I'm taking Reagan, which is the just light shimmery green, just on my finger. I'm just going to use my middle finger. I'm going to tap that all over the lids. I'm going to use a little bit of confetti, which is that purple shimmer, and tap that on top. Just like that. Just bring something else to this look and give it like a mermaidy, hinty gleam. That's going to be it for the eyeshadow. Very simple, very easy. And then I'm going to do my face makeup and then I'll come back. Anyways, I'll be right back. This is the final look for day 6 of using this palette. I really like the way it came out. I did just go in with my, I got a NYX eyeliner. Surprise. But I did just use this in the waterline on the lower lash line, and that's really all I've got going on down there. I really actually love the way this look turned out. I'm really pleased with it. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for look number 7. Okay, good morning. I'm about to film the final look for this video. I'm gonna just prime my lids with some concealer. And then for this, we're going to start with the darker red shade Pepper. You hear my dogs? I don't know if you can hear that. They're like sitting against the door because they know I'm in here. But they're being kind of needy right now, so I feel like it's time to leave them out of the room for a little bit. And then I'm going to take Casey, the lighter red, to blend over the top of that there. And then same thing, I'm going to take Zuma on the centers of the lids. And then I'm going to take Millie, the lighter orange, and blend over the top of that. Okay, and then I am just going to take Paloma, which is the mustard yellow shade, and that's going to be on the lids. And then Yosemite is going to be the crease shade that I use, and we're going to blend that over top of that other yellow too, because I don't want it to be too mustardy, if that makes sense. I'm gonna go back in with more orange because I feel like I lost the orange here in the shuffle of things. So that's the mattes on this side done. I'm gonna do the mattes on this side. So for this side, I am gonna start in the outer corner with the purples. And so I'm just gonna take Pretty Girl, which is the darker purple. Shade a lot. It's like, I don't know, very dusky. And then I'm going to blend that out with Sadie. And then in the centers, I'm going to use Thatcher, which is the blue shade, just on the centers of my lids. And then I'm going to take Cannoli. And then kind of the same thing on the other side. I don't want it to be too dark in the inner part. So instead of going in with that dark green tank, I think I am just going to take Peaky, which is the lighter green. Oh yeah. And I'm just going to run that on the inner corner and through the crease like that. And then, again, just like the other eye, I'm going to go back over the center shade, so with Cannoli, to blend all of that. And now I'm going to go over pretty much the lid space with the shimmers that go with the color that's on the inner corner. So I'm going to start with Reagan, which is the green shimmer on this inner corner. Do the same thing on the other side with Firefly. And then I'm going to go in with the other shimmers just over their respective spots. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest of my face, and then I'll come back and I'm just going to do the crease shades on the lower lash line, so I might show you that, but also I'm probably just going to speed through it. But this is how the eyes are looking right now. Okay, be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. This is the finished look, the 7th and final look of this video. If you stuck around this long, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like if you did. 7 looks is a lot to do, I'm realizing. And this video is going to go up later than I intended it to because 7 looks is a lot to do. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, please make sure to give it a like if you did and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. I post 2 bookish or beauty content related videos every single week on Sundays and Thursdays. And I will see you guys on Sunday. Bye!